Hello friends, today you are working on syllables and affixes sort number 52. This sort looks at the suffixes of words and how they change the meaning of a word. To begin this sort, go ahead and look at each suffix and sort the words into categories that make sense to you based on the suffix that is presented at the end of each word. How did you do? Did you end up sorting your words into the same categories that I did? I noticed that when I was sorting, I started to put carelessness into the ness column because that was the last suffix that I saw. However, when I looked further, I noticed that this word also had the suffix of less. The same thing goes for thankfulness. It has the ness, but it also has the full at the end of the word. Let's go ahead and look at the suffixes to figure out how adding them to a base word changes the meaning of the word. The suffix ness means a state of being. So when we add this to an adjective or a noun, it helps create an atmosphere. So adding it to dark means that the room is full of dark. Goodness means that something is in the state of being good. Weakness follows the same pattern. Moving over to the suffix of full, this suffix means full of. So if something is graceful, it is full of grace. If something is colorful, it is full of color. Looking at the suffix less, we learn that this is a suffix that means without. So someone who is homeless is without a home, while someone who is harmless will not harm you. Our last column is looking at when more than one suffix has been added to a word. For example, with carelessness, this is the state of being without care. The word thankfulness refers to being full of thanks. Helplessness is referring to the state of being without help. And peacefulness refers to being full of peace. As you consider adding suffixes to each base word, you should notice that words that typically end in consonants or with e's get the suffix added onto it with no adjustments. However, words like penny, which typically ends with a y, changes the y to an I before adding the suffix. The same goes with the word plentiful. Plenty is the root word, so you change the y to an I before adding ful. As you sort your words this week, pay very close attention to how adding a suffix changes the words, and consider what the word ends with when you're looking at just the base word, so you know if any additional changes need to happen before adding the suffix.